What's up YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. We finally made it. This is episode 15 in the build playlist. We will be giving away this Jeep at the end of the video, so make sure you stick along because it's gonna be freaking awesome. So we're gonna do a build recap video like I normally do for all my builds, so let's get it going. So in episode 1 we did the unboxing and review of this stock SCX24 Jeep Wrangler. So it was the second Jeep that I've ever built up, so I was pretty familiar with it starting in, I don't know, pretty typical stuff, unbox it, review it, just kind of give a little intro teaser to what was to come. I didn't decide that I was going to give it away yet. I kind of thought of that a couple episodes in. Alright, so episode 2 of the indoor build was the saddlebag 420 RC scale accessories. So that's all the canoe, the gas tanks, ice chest, the propane tanks, water tanks, the generator, all that stuff is super freaking cool. So the main reason why I bought this build, because I really did want a deadbolt, but I got this build because Saddlebag 420, he reached out to me, sent me an email and said he wanted to work together on a video, and I said, oh, that's freaking cool. That kind of inspired me to do the giveaway, because he gave me some parts to give away, not to give away, to put on the build. And I thought, hey, if he's gonna give me some free stuff, I want to get out some free stuff, and so that's what really inspired this whole giveaway, which I think was really pretty beneficial to my channel. And yeah, the scale accessories, they're pretty freaking cool to look at. The detail in them is pretty awesome, really good prints. The only downside to them is that they do weigh quite a bit. I did want to put all of them on to build, just to showcase the scale accessories, didn't want to leave any off. For crawling, they're not the best, but for scale looks, they definitely add that special touch. In episode 3 of the playlist, I did the shock relocation video. So in this video, I kind of showed you guys how to move the shock mounting points from the shock towers down to the frame, and this would give you a little bit more clearance in your height and this little gap right here in the fender. I mainly did that to kind of offset all the scale accessories, which it did, but I think it was a little bit too high and it kind of put the center of gravity up a little bit higher than it should have. I was getting a lot of rubbing back here, so that's one of the main reasons why I did that. In episode 4, I did the brass wheel extenders, got them off of Amazon. I wasn't really too happy about how they worked or the functionality of them. Kind of, I don't know, I felt like I just should have read in more in the description and the reviews on them. I didn't really understand how they were working or how they were put together, how they worked on the truck. Kind of my fault. I really wouldn't recommend them, but it's a quick, budget-friendly way to extend your axles if you ever want to. So yeah, that's what I feel about that. In episode 5 of the build playlist, I did the Mofo RC flex blades. So these are some it's like a little 3D printed part, and it allows for more flex down below. As you can see, gives you a little bit more added flex because it kind of creates a pivot point for the shocks to move a little bit further than they would stock. I believe they were like 12 bucks, something cheap like that, 15 bucks for like 2 sets. Pretty cool. I actually enjoyed them. Great upgrade to the Jeep. I actually put them on my C10. I liked them that much. So yeah, I would recommend those. In episode 6, I decided to do the bumper flip. The bumper flip is a pretty cost efficient, because it's free, mod that you can do to your Jeep that will give it great performance upgrades without spending any money whatsoever. So what you do is you kind of remove the bumper mount, and then you flip that, and then you flip the bumper on the bumper mount back to normal. So it gives you a little bit more clearance up front, so your wheels can kind of hit the obstacle first before your bumper. And just that small little mod really does add great performance to the Jeep. In episode 7, I did the headlight install on the Jeep. I've done headlights in the past, and I kind of butchered it. So I came around to the second time doing it a little more carefully, kind of scratched off the paint from the inside of the body, didn't cut holes into the body like I did before on the C10, and so I was really careful about it. These lights came with a mount, and the lights are pretty cool. I believe they're off of Amazon for like 15 bucks, so I was pretty happy with them. This came out a lot better than my first light job, so I was pretty proud of that. And yeah, pretty cool, great lights, would recommend those for sure. In episode 8, I did the hot racing heat sink for the motor, and that was quite difficult actually. It was a lot more than I was expecting it to be. I thought you kind of clip it onto the motor from the side without really taking apart the car, but I pretty much had to take off the motor. I still didn't understand that you also had to take off the sticker, because there's not really any instructions with any of those parts. So I come to find out later that you need to take off the sticker and a couple screws, and you'll be able to slip on your heat sink on your motor, which it definitely does absorb the heat. I've never burnt out a motor, surprisingly, with all this added weight on a lot of my builds. So I'm a pretty careful driver, but you can definitely tell that the heat is being absorbed through that little heat sink. So it is what it is. I don't know, I really don't see a performance upgrade or anything, but if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. I just wanted to show you guys how it was done. In episode 9, I did the Venom Power 2S battery upgrade. So it's just a battery off of a main. And I just kind of talked about it a little bit. That was kind of my lazy video in the whole playlist. I do admit, could have done a little bit something more interesting. It's kind of lazy. I do apologize for that, but I was in a rush. But yeah, great battery. Definitely lasts longer than the stock battery. So definitely would recommend it if you got the extra, what, $9-10 around, laying around that you want to increase your runtime. Episode 10 was the Trial Worm Gear upgrade. So it's the worm gear, and it's not the worm gear, it's the overdrive gear upgrade. So that little gear goes in your front diff, and that increases the wheel speed up front so you can get more spin on the wheels, so you can kind of grip more and kind of just latch onto things a little bit easier compared to stock transmission, kind of whatever. But yeah, pretty cool. Just pretty simple install. Got to take off some parts on the drive shafts and the diff cover, and it's pretty quick and simple. Definitely make sure to remember to grease it up before you put it all back together. In episode 12 of the build, I did the Skyletty diff covers. Like I said, the scale accessories have kind of been a constant theme throughout the entire build. They actually added quite a bit of weight to the rear, so I was trying to offset that with the diff covers down below. I mean, diff cover is a diff cover. There's plenty of different brands. I went with Skyletty off of Amazon because they were pretty cheap, and I was kind of doing like a little bit, it's kind of like a budget kind of thing, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Comparing those to Hot Racing or any of the name brands, I have not seen a difference at all. Definitely would recommend going with one of those brands if you don't have the cash, because it's not really a big difference or noticeable difference. In episode 12 of the build, I did the Skyletty brass steering knuckles. Like with the diff covers, it's not a name brand, it's off of Amazon, it's budget friendly. It does the same thing. Didn't really notice a difference from any of the name brands. I don't know, maybe they're all made by the same company with just different names stamped on them, not too sure. But definitely added some weight up front to offset those scale accessories like I've been saying with the build. So yeah, definitely would recommend those as well. Episode 13 of the build, I did another budget-friendly kind of hack, I guess, or technique, I don't know what you want to call it. I guess it's a known thing in the RC community to WD-40 your tires for more grip. The little group chat that I'm in, they kind of always recommended it, kind of talked about it. I asked them, they said, of course, don't put too much because you might warp your tires and your wheels. So just had to pay attention to that. I got a little brush, sprayed some WD-40, and grip greatly increased from the little example that I did. So cost efficient, if you just have WD-40 lying around, doesn't really hurt to spray a couple passes on the tires and improve that grip. So yeah, definitely would recommend that as well. I've already done that to all my other SCX24s because it works so well. In episode 14 of the build, I did some indoor crawling around my house. It was pretty cool doing it in like the kitchen and stuff. A little bit challenging to actually nail your lines and not kind of tip over, but it definitely killed some time in my house, prevented some boredom. I know a couple of 10th scale guys, they kind of always have their SCX24s when it the weather's bad and can't go outside. So yeah, definitely passes the time. Small, can run around the house. The whole purpose of having this one as an indoor crawler was to keep it clean, so I could just kind of crawl over stuff that I normally wouldn't with my outdoor one. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and I enjoyed it. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the build. I'm excited to give it away to somebody. I mean, I definitely did some modifications on here. There's definitely some money invested in here. I'm really excited to give it away to somebody. And let me pull up my phone so I can show you guys the comment that won. It was a really good comment. There's probably over 500 comments throughout the entire playlist. So I was pretty excited. I'd never really thought a giveaway would create that much attention or buzz. So yeah, definitely a great tool for fellow creators out there if you ever want to do a giveaway. Definitely beneficial to the channel. Okay, so I'm kind of nervous looking up this comment. So this comment was in the SCX24 Jeep Skyletty knuckle video. So I'm gonna go to the comments down here. Oh, not that comment, sorry guy. Come down here, let's find it. Low-key, this is kind of a nervous thing, even though this is pre-recorded. So this was 2 weeks ago. and it says, "Nice, I did not think of the knuckles when you asked if we could guess what the next upgrade would be, lol." So that first sentence comes off my Instagram. I kind of posted a video saying what somebody thought the upgrade would be in the next video, and that's what he's talking about. And it says, "What springs do you have on this? I noticed they are shiny and not black like the stock ones. Good job making it up the car. I was just as happy when it made it up." So this is a really good comment. I like it a lot because 1, it references my Instagram. 2, it asks a question about the video, and then 3, it kind of gives a reaction to the video. So I was pretty satisfied with everything in this comment. It wasn't just like a throwaway comment just to get your comment in there. It's actually thoughtful, and it actually kind of continued conversation. So I responded, "Ha, dope. If I remember correctly from the shock relocation video," referencing a previous video, "they are the hot racing springs. Glad it pumped you up like it did for me." So it was a pretty cool comment. So that is by JPYT718. So JP, send me a DM or send me a message on YouTube, however you can, because you got yourself a brand new SCX24 indoor Jeep build, built up by me. Pretty excited to give it away. Just contact me and I will ship this guy out to you. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm doing another build playlist on a deadbolt soon. I'm kind of going through a move right now. So once I get all that settled, the videos will be pumping out as usual. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Super excited to give this thing away and kind of end the playlist and move on to the next one. So peace out.